This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Keith Rawson wants to know what was your favorite match in singles and what's your favorite match in tag? That's always hard, I'm sure, to look back over your whole career and say, what's your absolute favorite? But if you had to narrow it down, could you name some of your favorite singles matches and some of your favorite tag matches?
Well, I love working with the Rockers, obviously, love working with the Rock and Roll Express, love working with the Road Warriors. The six mans after Dusty came back, from us breaking his leg, and he got the Road Warriors as partners, and it was those guys against the Horsemen and all the major markets. Man, nothing like being in that ring and the Road Warriors music hitting, and those two and Dusty, who was painted up just like them, we come out of that curtain, and those people would go ape shit. The audience was, oh my God. And they would come down that aisle, and man, I would just get goosebumps. Those were some of the, just from a crowd response, they knew that night we were going to get our ass handed to us, and boy, did we. So much fun. Singles, I love working with Ronnie Garvin. He would just take you to school in there. He was so good, and he made everything from fighting over a top wrist lock into a headbutt, a jumping headbutt, being a kill shot, and one punch being a finish, and just take you down, stretch you with just his legs. I mean, he just was a phenomenal performer, and always enjoyed working with Dusty. That was a lot of fun as well. So I've been fortunate to work with some tremendous talents over the years. And, I'm just very fortunate to have gotten to get in the business to begin with when most of the odds were against me, and enjoyed the career that I've enjoyed to this point. And thankfully, Tony Khan is going to extend that a couple more years, and couldn't be any happier than trying to help him make that product evolve into the vision that he's had.
JW has a great question. He says, as a producer, what do you tell a wrestler when it's their first time on TV?
Your match starts when you come through the curtain, and I better be able to look in your eyes and see confidence and 100% belief that you belong.
When Arn watches a wrestling match now in 2020, is it through the eyes of an in-ring performer or more through the lens of a backstage agent?
About half and half. I look at some of the stuff that these kids do today, and I sit there with my jaw on the ground, and I'm sure I have to catch myself a lot of nights reaching down and pulling my jaw up, because the athleticism and the incredible athletic ability turned into spots and put into wrestling moves by some of these kids just blows my mind. And I look at Dean Malenko and I go, could you have thought of that?
Right.
And when he looks at me and shakes his head, no, that means something, because he was as good as there was. And you're talking about a bunch of fancy stuff. He had a bunch of fancy stuff. Some of the stuff these kids do today is just mind-blowing. How they even come up with it is mind-blowing. And that's from the talent perspective. And then I go back and I look at it from a producer's end. I went, well, would that have been better served either moved to the front or moved to the back, or maybe moved after this other part of the match, or maybe just taken out and not used tonight and left everything else that you had in there. I catch myself doing that too. So I look at it about half and half.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.